can we start our presentation now? Yeah. So hi everyone, we're OG from RDN's SEC. I'm Angie, and this is Humble, Crystal, Alice, Jerry, and Brian. We hope to provide comprehensive guidance to produce top percentile results. And we hope to provide our ultimate service to our clients with the most innovative approaches and comprehensive analysis. Our presentation is mainly focusing on investment strategy, case study, teamwork, and takeaways. Next, I would like to introduce something about our client. Well, firstly, Mr. Rek is a product manager, which means he has quite high organizational skills and is quite methodical. Well, secondly, he's from the tech world, which means he's quite accustomed to the fast-paced environment. Because of these, we designed the strategy as adaptive evolution. Yes, and therefore, our strategy is systematic, long-term, and high risks. And next, let's welcome Alice Humble to present his strategy investment.
Thank you, Angie. So here's how we've done it. By diversifying our portfolio into both top-down and bottom-up analysis, we give comprehensive evaluation to the market, so we can feel comfortable to strategically outweigh the positions in which we can have a high conviction. And moreover, we also include both qualitative and quantitative analysis to give better evaluation to the individual companies. And first, I will talk about the top-down macro analysis. So this is some pros and cons of different markets in the world in this table. From here, we decided to focus on the US stock market because it shows the best macro long-term growth and the stable economic prospects. Now let's welcome Alice to give the qualitative analysis.
Thank you, Handel. So now I will talk about qualitative strategies. Our top metrics were based on three main strategies. The first is business model. We want to make sure a company has strong competency and strong monopoly power in its competitive landscape. We also look at ethical standards, charismatic leadership, and scalability in business. The second thing is we look at elasticity. We look at the supply and demand trends of the product in its current market conditions. And we also see the elasticities in its current market conditions. The third thing we look is like how well it is doing in the market. And we look at the product of the companies to see how well it is doing. And for short term, we look at for short term, we look at we wanted something that can balance our risk. So we choose the companies that have properties and safe mutual funds because this is a very good way for us to balance risk. And for long term, we care about durability. We want the companies that can last. And now I will pass it over to Hanbo for our quantitative strategy.
Okay, thank you, Alice. And by quantitative, we mean the stock factor system we developed aside from the qualitative analysis. Our system is based on factors 10 years and monthly return and grade stocks on 4 metrics: valuation, earnings, growth, and technical. Our methodology is that we run US stocks according to the different metrics in quantile, and we observe the annual average return and the Sharpe ratio between the top quantile and the bottom quantile group chronologically. So we tested many popular US factors and find out the best performing factors. So for example, evaluation, EP and EBITDA over EV shows higher annual returns than all other factors in evaluation. So we wrote them down in this table. And the same method works on all other metrics, and we got ROE for earnings, earnings growth 3 months for growth, and 12 months price momentum, and 1 month price reversal for the technical. So here's the result table we wrote. Here's the result table from our quantitative test. This shows that our system is compatible to the rise of technology and consumer industries and the fall of cyclical industries. This shed light into our selection process. Now, Jerry will introduce our case study.
Okay, thank you, Hanbo. So now I'll be addressing a real-world case study of how we choose between the companies. So the two companies we've chosen is, we're going to do a comparison, is JD and Alibaba. So as we all know, JD and Alibaba are two of the most popular e-commerce corporations in China. So before we make an investment decision, I think we should be considering the difference between them. So you can see that Alibaba has a more versatile sales mode compared to JD's single B2C sales. So its versatility can be illustrated from its higher market share. And if you may observe from the diagram, its market share of Alibaba is substantially higher than JD's, and it is small, so it is 58.2% for Alibaba and 16.3% for JD. That's a pretty big difference. And the second metric we're looking for is GMV, which is pretty commonly used to measure e-commerce companies' gross merchandise volume. So you may also observe from this diagram that even a single branch of Alibaba, the Tmall, has a higher GMV than JD does. It's its counterpart in B23. So Alibaba still wins this round. And the next metric we're using is the MAU, monthly active users, and this is just a comparison. And you can see the growth rates on it. And although JD is expected to be having higher growth rate, but actually Alibaba is still winning this round. It has much more users, active users than you're expecting. So, and those are the metrics where we have chosen. We believe that Alibaba possesses a higher market position than JD does. And that is why we are including Alibaba in our portfolio. And thank you, and Crystal will be introducing us how we work as a team. Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry. Now I will introduce how we work as a team. First of all, we prioritize on the risk management. Based on our personality and risk appetite, those who are speculating and risk takers are allocated to the investment community. And those who are conservative or not willing to risk are allocated to the risk management communities. Initially, investment community distinguished the stock into different sectors. Each of us select and stick with each sector based on our willingness, familiarity with the business. Later on, all the people from both committees are supposed to be presenting their own stock ideas. Secondly, we are focused on the conquering and the dividing. Because we have different skill set and experience, each team member have different responsibilities. We set specialization which make our team work more efficient. To be more specific, the people who adapt in economics will do some case study and collecting data. And those people who are good at programming will do some algorithms and calculating. To be more specific, Han Boguo, our leader, has more leadership and market research abilities. He leads our discussion, holds a meeting, and determines our strategy. Angie Wang has more experience in statistics and math, so she creates a quantity scoring system for us. These are how we work as a team. Now, let's welcome Brian to introduce takeaways part.
Thank you, Crystal. During the competition, we did meet some challenges. First is our unfamiliarity with the system. We could have sold the stock at a high price, but missed it, because we didn't realize the 15-minute delay. After this, we read the instructions more carefully and set the trades in advance by making a limit sell or limit buy to make sure that every trade is successful. Another challenge we face is that we have different time schedules. In order to coordinate our time, we have set up a WeChat group and modified our progress on Google Doc so that we can each share our thoughts about the project in our downtime. Also, we have learned quite a lot from this trading experience. First, we learned to be patient with the market. Although our long-term holding depreciated, we decided to hold our position because we think that 2 months is just simply too short to effectively evaluate a long-term strategy. And we expected 1 month reversal effect. And given our client is young and well-positioned financially, it's best that our client and we both be more patient. Team OG has faith in making a fortune in the long run. Besides, we have also learned the importance of using online resources and programming. As we collect data from websites such as Google, Yahoo Finance, and Tiger Trade, categorize them so that we have higher efficacy in qualitative analysis. We also realize that our sources have to be legitimate, so that we have developed an archive for information and data to check our sources' credibility. And of course, we have learned the spirit of teamwork by each specializing in a certain area, like Crystal just mentioned. Finally, we are really grateful to KWHS for hosting this meaningful competition and providing us with great assistance. Thank you for listening.